Okay, so Pak Sao means literally to slap or slapping hand. Depending on what energies you use, you can use this in various ways. So we'll go through some basic ones right now. So we can use this if the arm is out, and I can be preemptive with this. I can initiate the attack over here. So I can use the slapping hand, all right, to slap down an opponent's guard and come in for my park dart. Okay, I prefer using more explosive energy here to break his bridge, as opposed to slapping at the elbow over here, because I think that in order to slap, you have to open up a little bit, okay? Especially if you're a beginning student. And if I open up here, it's very easy for him to hit me. Okay, so if I'm going to initiate the attack, I don't mind attacking further down the arm, as long as I move it out of the way and hit him. Here is an obstruction. I just want to punch Jeevan. It's in the way. So I'll move it and come through. Okay? Right. Now, if Jeevan's going to hit me, I would prefer not to Pak Sao at the wrist, because he's going to come in and elbow me. Now, again, this is actually a difficult move for him to do, to just react and flow forward with an elbow. But again, I want to try and make sure that his ability or his chances of hitting me are greatly diminished. Okay? So it's in this situation where I'll move much more behind my structure here as he punches me, and I'll Pak Sao higher up his arm over here and deliver the park dart over here. So punch quick. Over here I'm moving much more, using my body much more for the Pak Sao, as opposed to being explosive just with my arm over here. Okay? And come forward. Of course, I could use the Pak Sao, like this is preferable, especially with this particular movement that I'm the outside gate. If Jeevan decides to punch me with the other arm and I'm on the inside, Pak Sao generally doesn't like the inside gate. If I perform this, I'll make sure I use the Lan Sao, or I switch my hands over here. So I'm here. I switch so I can start occupying this gate and carrying my attack over here. It's important that the Pak Sao's energy isn't just shoulder or hand. A nice drill, just to learn the correct structure, is if I'm over here and I have my Pak Sao and Jeevan presses on my hand. Rather than try to use just my shoulder muscles to keep him back, I'm going to use my structure as he presses. I just sink into my structure. So there's more elbow force using my back, and the hand actually is secondary. Okay? So as he presses, even if he's got a very strong punch, it's very hard for him to try and just press me away or press me over when I'm doing the Pak Sao. Okay? So a couple of drills in order to get the coordination. Simple ones here. You can just perform this in the air. Right? I can start to do this in a pack and punch drill. You don't want to do this too much. Just do it enough so you get the coordination and the feeling right. So we're just here, and we're just packing and punching each other over here. So I'll just perform the Pak Sao just enough to clear him off the line, so it's a straight route for my punch to get through. He intercepts, takes me off, and here. We make sure that the elbow stays nice and low on both sides, and I'm using the correct energy. If he starts to Pak Sao me too much with his hand, I can actually start to press him away. So he needs to absorb and use the correct elbow pressure. That's better. Punch harder, punch harder. So it's just nice and relaxed over here. We can now take this out of this position. So a nice way of practice. If you've ever seen Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee was fantastic at this. He's here. You can deliver the Pak Sao with a backhand if you want, if your front arm can't get through. Or we can have right side and left side, and I can step through and deliver my Pak Dart over here.